Let's take a second to talk about Black excellence, a story that I recently learned about. People love to say, if Black people want wealth, buy land, start a business, build something. Well, let me tell you about Bruce's Beach. Back in 1912, a Black couple named Willa and Charles Bruce bought a piece of beachfront property in Manhattan Beach, California. They weren't asking for a handout, they weren't waiting on permission. They bought the land with their own money, then they built something. A beach resort, a lodge, a cafe, a place where Black families could enjoy the beach at a time when segregation kept them from feeling welcome at many other beaches. And it worked. People came, the business grew. They were creating jobs and building wealth, but success attracted the wrong kind of attention. The family dealt with harassment. Their customers were intimidated. There were reports of threats from white residents and even the KKK. And when that wasn't enough, the city stepped in. Officials claimed they needed the land for a public park. They used eminent domain to not only take the Bruce's property, but much of the surrounding Black owned property too. The Bruces fought it and lost. They were paid around $14,000 for property and a business they believed were worth far more. The park they claimed they needed didn't get built. The land sat there for decades. Almost 100 years later, in 2022, LA County returned the land to the Bruce family's descendants. Then, because of legal and zoning realities, the family sold it back to the county for nearly 20 million, a chance to recover at least some of the generational wealth their family had been denied for nearly a century. So whenever you hear somebody say, "Why didn't Black people just build wealth?" remember stories like this. Because Blacks did buy land, Blacks did build businesses, Blacks did create opportunities for their families. Unlike most stories, for once, there was at least some measure of justice at the end. It didn't restore the generations that were lost, but it did acknowledge that something was taken in the first place. And it's time that we try again. We can protect it better. We can pull ourselves up and make a valuable change.